Is any sound right now? Yes. Sorry about that. Ben, can you hear me now? Yes, there is a sound. Ben, can you hear me now? We are going to those we covered the new template yesterday, the auto trade, and we will cover those auto trades today. We just turned them on, all of them. We closed. I closed the Ninja Trader 5 minutes before we started the webinar, so we can have a fresh start on all the auto trades, and we will monitor those auto trades today. And so none of them now they're gonna start taking a trade. And if we look at the trades it's been taken, and we can see 000, that means this is the first trade. And I restarted Ninja like 10 minutes before we started the webinar, so we can start all over with the auto trades. And here also, as you see, thank you, sir. The volume is too low. Okay. Is the sound better now, Ben? I hope the sound is better. Thank you, sir. And we're gonna start hammer on those auto trades. All of them, if you look at the left lower corner, okay, took one trade, and now the first trade was 140. Thank you, guys. And then we start kicking with this auto trade, and thank you, Danielle. And we go up with it. On the Nasdaq 2 minutes, we are already hit the target, and that we will see. They all started right now, guys, all of them. Actually, the best way, if you don't know, if you cannot see the market really good before you start your auto trade, my best choice is to start your auto trade this, despite what uh, for any support, guys, if you wait till after YouTube, please. And no, I lost where I was. If you don't know what you're doing, your best option is to start your auto trade around 9:30, and this way you can take the high time, and then you call it off. You get your whatever civilized target a day, and then you get out the market as soon as possible. If you cannot read the market, you cannot read the charts. This is your best option. Until you learn to read the market before you turn on your auto trade. So sadly, here on the Nasdaq, I don't have the trailing stop activated, uh, because it's an automatic. There is two options on the system where you can have it in automatic once the trend is over. No, I don't think so, Ben. I don't think so. Is this sound okay, guys? Beside Ben, Vito, Jimmy, how are you, Jim? Long time no see. Okay. Okay, I guess Ben, you have a problem with the sound. The sound. Everybody's saying the sound is good. You know. Okay. How are you, Jim? Were you on a holiday for a couple of months? Honeymooning somewhere, Jim? This is really amazing. For the last 10 years, of course, you get the traders with different colors, you know, and for the last 10 years, you can see the trader go on a big circle. They go and try to discover what else is out there. And they always end up after 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, they come back and they find out there is nothing out there. It's been like this for the last 10 years. We've been in the public now for 11, 12 years. People go around, they disappear for 4, 5, 6 months. They try their lucks with other products, and then they end up coming back. And they find out there is nothing out there that they don't have here. And non-stop, this is the last 10 years, non-stop. And of course, for the ones they're looking for a crystal ball, they during those years they just they never find the crystal ball they're looking for, turn their $2,000 to $1,000,000 in 1 year, and then what they do, they lose their $2,000. They disappear for 3, 4 years. They come back a bit wiser, and then they start getting the idea. It's been like this for the last 10 years, 11 years. They go around, they find out there is nothing out there, and then they come back. And they come back gladly, willing to listen. And this has not stopped in the last 10, 11 years. It's amazing. And I always, when I see the guys start popping out after 4 or 5 months, I don't ask, but I don't need a brilliant guy to figure out what this guy has been doing. And then then they come back where they started from. Anyway, uh, glad to see you, Jimmy. You always bring sunshine. Okay, so there is not much. We are going in the circle. So uh, let's start bringing up the scalpers. see if we can, when the market not moving, your best option to bring the scalpers from this market analyzer here on the right upper corner, and trying to see if we can pick up some trades. This is our best option. At the moment, there is no trades on the scalper because I just started the Ninja, because I want to shut down all the auto trades and start the auto trades when we start the webinar today at 10 o'clock. So everything has been flattened out. And then immediately when I came before 10 o'clock, I got the NASDAQ trade immediately. So, so there is no trades on the scalpers at the moment because I restarted everything before we start the webinar. No trades. So we will take the second signal. We're not worried. There is a plenty signal where they come from. And if the NASDAQ across that line 95, we are looking for a big banana all the way up to the 22 level. That will be really lovely. That's really good. This is really, really nice Friday. ES going on a cruise control, NASDAQ on a cruise control, and then the YM, and then the YM is doing very well as well. I don't want to populate the screen too much. You know, when I start the YouTube, for some reason it sucks a lot of juice out of the computer, and it's been a problem with that. I don't know when they updated the YouTube for somehow. It's taking more memory. I don't know, somehow. And I can feel it. So right now here is, take this one out. Also the YM, they are flying on a cruise. And you can see when we are on a YouTube, there is a little heavy, which I have, you know, top-notch computer. So, but when we are on the YouTube live, for some reason, or maybe it could be the internet, I don't know, but cannot handle everything. But also the YM is going fine. And I feel it today, the computer is a bit heavy. On the first trade, there is 3 trades on the YM. The first trade made 205. You can see it here on the left bottom. And then on the DAX, we are up to 4,000. And on the ES, we are up to, the NASDAQ is done. On the 2 minutes, 2,840. And it is done. Beautiful trade, absolutely beautiful, nice. Now on the signal, the charts here, guys, this is the TI7, has nothing to do with the signal. The 2 chart on top of each other here is the TI7. This is a total different auto trade, comes in your strategy. The blue chart is connected to the market analyzer. This one here is to the signal. But the left, the two white chart here, the ES and the NASDAQ, those are not coming from the signal. And the DAX and the YM, those are not coming from the signal. It's a total different animal. It's a total different strategy. So this is a total different auto trade. So please be careful. Don't get confused between those two. A beautiful Friday. A good start on Friday. And now we are about to close the next trade on the YM. The DAX hitting 5,000 and ES hitting 2,300. If you look at the video from yesterday, the DAX on the 1 minute hit 1,000, I think, or 1,200. And now we closed the first trade on the DAX, and now it is 1,467. I don't know if we can see that on the first trade, and we still have 4,000 out. So on the ES, we are about to close one of the trade. This is lovely. And okay, super. Also on the YM, we're about to close one more. Okay, so we hit 2 out of 4 on the YM, and we nailed 530. I don't know if you can read it. It's here, 530 on the YM. And this is really good. Okay, guys, as we said before, those are institutional numbers on the NASDAQ. And it happened to be on every day. Those institutional numbers between 11 and 12, except a Friday, it is on the first 2 hours. After we hit the target 2, this is an institutional number, has nothing to do with the signal entry. What you see, it is a profit taken. This is not a short, it's a profit taken, followed by a reversal. There is a target 2, resistance, reversal. Is telling you now a profit taken on target 2. This is always target 1 and target 2 institutional numbers. Every day from between 11 and 12, they hit 1 and 2, almost every day. And on Friday is on the first 2 hours, you should hit target 1 and target 2. So what we have a profit taken on target 2 is right in line. Look at this, it's to that take. Profit taken, pulling back. And now, let's see if it's able to go a little bit higher. I doubt it, guys, because this is a profit taken, and this is over, and now it's going back all the way down to this area 94. And once the target 2 hit on Friday, usually it's gonna take you another half an hour before you can initiate another trade. So you gotta be careful with that. On the scalper, we missed by 1 tick, so we're gonna go a little bit higher and higher. Why not? We're feeling good this morning. And now we are about to close one trade on the ES, and this is a beautiful trade, and we are about to close one trade on the ES, and that will be good to take some of the loads off. And on the DAX, I don't know about this DAX, but we took one trades out, and we still have wow, okay, we're getting up to 5,000, and we closed on the first one, made 1,467, and we still have three more in here. On the YM, we still have one more trade, and you can see on the left bottom, the last three trades made 935. So we are home free from that, and we have nine. There we go. We are done, and I nailed 1,400. Done is over. On the ES, we already nailed 1,350, and the daily target is 1,000. And now we still have two more. Is 1,350 out and 1,350 in, so that ES nailed around $3,000, and we will see if we are able to nail more than that. And there we go. When the market is trending, this is your lucky day. When the market is not trending, close your computer and run as fast as you can. Do something else with your life. Don't sit in front of a computer when the market is not moving. And as we see, it's a very nice, shiny, clear profit taken on the institutional number, followed by a reversal, a resistance, and it does not require a brilliant trader to read that. It does not require a brilliant trader. It does not require a guy sitting in the trading room for 10 years to see that. And if you don't see it, wow, you know. So we still have two more in here. We are about to close the third trade on the ES. Beautiful trades today. I love it when the market is moving. We're about to close the third trade, I think, on the ES. We're missing $100, something like this. On the market analyzer, the swing trading based on one contract, there is around 600 ticks into the profit. On the scalper, there is 671 ticks into the profit. But also, guys, no matter what you do, you need to have a proper training, and you have to be patient to learn. You don't just turn the buttons on and lift off and you are on the moon. You still need to learn. You know, when the market is not moving, you don't get in trouble. So it's not a home free situation here. No matter what you do, you need to learn. We're not that far from closing the third trade, I apologize, on the ES. There is a new signal on the Russell for the swing trade in buy at 16397. If you want to take those trades, please be on sim. This is the scalper from the Russell, is struggling with this projection at 64.5. Be careful with it, please. The pullback on the Nasdaq is right here, right in front of you guys. You see where it says this number 99700. If the Nasdaq is coming to this area here, and this is the pullback re-entry on the Nasdaq. If you want to do that, be on sim. I'm not responsible for your trade. This is not a trading room. This is an educational room. So if you are too late on taking any trades for today on the Nasdaq, this is your, I mean, it is so clear, so easy, so nice, so beautiful that we made perfect target, reversal, and look how many times the bars stays on the institutional numbers. And now, and we told you it is a profit taking, and now the profit taking is gonna trap this Nasdaq to this area here. So this is a very easy pullback re-entry at this area here. For the ES, we are a couple ticks away to close that one. As always, the ES can really get under your skin sometimes. But eventually it's gonna nail it. Let's bring another auto trade. This is, I don't know where to put that one. This is the gold. Well, we don't have room for it. I'm not gonna touch the ES. I'm gonna leave it as is. This is the re-entry point right now, guys. On the Nasdaq, this is the re-entry point. On sim, please. Don't go live with it. The DAX is lovely. On the first trade made 1,467, and now we have You see? Perfect. Re-entry. Right there. Perfect. You can see the NASDAQ. There is a lot of sellers. They're trying to push this market down. When it's blinking like this means the seller really trying to push it. And let's see. This is a support area. Re-entry followed by a support area. If we break that area, that means it's over. The NASDAQ to the long side is over. Don't let it fool you guys. The bar is not closed, and they're trying to push this market down. Let's see. Don't let it fool you. There we go. Right in line. You see where the NASDAQ is struggling? They are trying to push this market down. You can see why it's blinking in red. When it blinks in red, they're trying to push this market down. There's a heavy sellers. And this is the re-entry point, followed by the support. And this is where we told you 10 minutes ago. And you can see how the NASDAQ hold right to the tick where we were concerned about. And there we go. It fell to break that area. Trading is beautiful once you are educated. And if you are not educated, trading can really get under your skin, can really depress you. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you get depressed. So once you start getting comfortable and start do comfortable reading, then it will be beautiful everyday challenge your experience in the market. And it is really something. If you go back with all those videos for the last few years, we are on a YouTube live in front of you, which not too many people dare to do that because they're gonna get embarrassed, you know. And we are, out of all those 3 or 4, I don't know how many years we are on a video, on a YouTube, we're always accurate 8 out of 10. This is a very high number for the market. And we always try to give you minutes ahead, sometimes 20 minutes ahead, what is going to happen. What did you say? Well, I'm glad, Jim, to see you again. I didn't want to bother you, but I'm so glad you're back. Let's see what happened in here. We are one tick away to close this one here, and I'm not going to mess with it. You can overwrite the auto trade. You have 1,425 out, and you have 1,350 in already by the 2 contract. What you can do, you can go ahead and close position, so you will be over $3,000 on that trade, but I'm leaving it just out of curiosity to see what will happen. And now, guys, as we said on the NASDAQ, it was a pullback. We notify you before and after. And now we are going to climb back again to the target 2. There we go. So it's very simple. Once you start predicting the future, that means you are a future trader. You cannot predict the future based on the past of an indicator. Once we cross this projection on the NASDAQ, the next test is 22, but we need to cross this projection, the 1150. And once we cross the 1150, we're going to go back again to the 22. If the NASDAQ did not cross this projection 11, we're going to be in a big problem on the NASDAQ, and it's going to be really chop market from now to 12 o'clock. if we are not able to go back to the 22 level. Let's see. It seems like without any indicator, you can see the exhaustion on the ES. It came in right to the 508. It was missing one take, and without any indicator, you can see, without anything, you know, you can see very clear, without any fib line, without any indicator. Okay, there we go. Thank you. You can see how this market starts sinking in, and it does not. You know, guys, what we said yesterday on the video, just give me every morning before you start your auto trade, just give who, it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter what system you are using. Just give me 5 minutes on your chart, look at the bars, no matter what system you are using. Train your eye 5 minutes before you start looking at the money with an auto trade, how much money you made. Just look at the market, pick up one of the instruments you like, watch the bars. Don't look at the money and the takes and the auto trades and back testing, forward testing. You know, get out of that and just watch the bars for 5 minutes. And then every day 5 minutes you start seeing things. You know, the market start talking to you. Yeah, those numbers, they start telling you what's going on. So as we see right now, we are sinking, and without any indicator, you can see the exhaustion out of that ES. Let's go to the Russell. We're still on that trade with the Russell. We took one trade on the pullback, and we still have one trade, and the Nasdaq is out, and now we can bring the gold. No, we still have one trade on the Nasdaq. I'm gonna leave it as is. And now I lost the gold. And the gold trade still stands still on the gold trade. And there we go. We are about to close the first trade. Actually, we closed one trade on the gold. It was only $100. And now we are about to close the second trade on the gold. On the DAX, we took the second trade. Now on the DAX, you can see there is 2,978, and we still have 2,000 out. And I'm not gonna touch the ES. If it's gonna close around $1,000 here, and we already have 1,300, that will make it 2,300. That will be fine, but there is also chance this market is turning around, and then it will be our lucky day. As I said yesterday, I've been covering this the last week about how to manage the trade without those dummy trailing stops. And don't sell out a good trade on $100, guys. This is not a brilliant idea. We've been covering this all week and trying to show you that using a dummy trailing stop is not a brilliant idea. And run and close a good trade with $100 or $200 profit, you will never get those $1,000 trades because you are in a hurry to cash in. Then 5 minutes later, you jump on the wagon, then you lose a trade. How is it working for you for the last few years? So when you see a good trade, you gotta give it space. And like now on this ES, I can override the auto trade by close position. I can accept $1,000 profit, and if the market decide to go up, we will be going up to the $3,000 profit. This is the name of the game. Welcome to trading. Nothing we can do. So right now, we're gonna leave it as is. For the swing trading, we are still going in the circle around 547 ticks, and the scalper is around 500 ticks, so they're both in the same level. So they've been on the same numbers for the last half an hour. There is nothing has changed yet, and let's see if this ES willing to get up, or we're gonna be closing down this ES at for $1,000 profit. That will give us 2,500, 2350 on the ES, and then we close that trade. The gold is about to close one of the trades as well. There is a new signal on the scalper sell position. On the scalper, we got the Nasdaq about to hit the target, and the signal we told you about the ES start kicking in, and this is amazing. It's gonna hit the $1,000 if this Nasdaq keep going below that line. We're probably looking for $1,000 trade on that one. And on the ES, the one we just called it for you, we're gonna increase the target all the way to the support area. And we just called it for you a few minutes ago. And if the ES is going, that means the DAX trade is gonna be closed. It seems like we're going on $1,000 trade on this one here. And we're gonna run and break even. Once you break even, you relax. You don't care what will happen. The Nasdaq, we're going on $1,000 trade on this one here. The scalper, I'm not gonna touch it anymore. Let it be. Because this is a double support area, we don't want to mess with it. And also depends on the ES, what the ES gonna do. And this is only one Nasdaq left, and I have a 720. You know, this is a shame. This is almost close. No, 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 Danielle. I don't know. No, no, Danielle. This is not a template 10 minutes, sir. I don't know what is the template 10 minutes actually. Hold on. I'll give you the templates 10 minutes. The template 10 minutes, we started 10 o'clock. I started, and it's already, Danielle, I think Danielle, we started at 10 o'clock, Danielle. 5 minutes before the webinar started, I started Ninja Trader. And closed everything, closed Ninja Trader, open Ninja Trader, all the trades that were flat. And I started 5 minutes before the webinar. This is the number 10. Took the 4 trades and nailed the 1,400. So this is your number 10, sir. You have it. So if you started at 10 o'clock, you should have exactly the same amount of money, period. Now, if you start at 10:30, probably you'll have a different numbers. Well, as we said, we expecting this NASDAQ give us $1,000 on one trade. Nothing weird, sir. You know, guys, you need to look at your template, your time frame. It is the same. So if you start your auto trade at 10 o'clock, you will have exactly the same trade. If you start at 10:05, 10:15, it will be different, because this one here, it was taken at 10:14, 10:13. So if you have the auto trade running before 10 o'clock, you could be in a trade somewhere around there. You cannot compare your colleague with your chart, because if your colleague started at 10 o'clock, anyone start at 10 o'clock, the auto trade, that will be the first trade. If you start at 9:30, in this area here, you will be in a trade. So there is no confusion in here. So if the guy come in at 9:30, he might have double the amount, or he will have different amount. The guy started at 10 o'clock, he will have exactly the same amount. There is no confusion. If Tom started auto trade at 9 o'clock and Jim started at 10 o'clock, maybe Jim, when he started his auto trade, the market was moving, he will get $2,000. And maybe Tom, if he start at 10:30, the market is not moving, he's not going to make any. So you cannot compare a guy to another guy if they have not started in the same minute, you know. This is not to just go put a kilo potato in a bag. It is depends where did you start your auto trade and what condition you have put your auto trade on. Okay, so we closed the ES at 2,300, the NASDAQ 2,800, ES is pulling back. We closed those, so we're out of it. And now we need to see if this gold trade will go anywhere. Do we have anything else beside the gold? Let me see. Seems like the DAX is still fighting on the last two trades. You know, it's funny, the CL on those charts I sent you yesterday, I showed you, none of them is taking a trade. None of them. Not the 1 minute, not the 2 minute. Look at this. Not the 3 minutes. Not the 4 minutes. And not the 5 minutes. Because we started at 10 o'clock. Now the 5 minutes, I can bring it down. Well, you can see 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Has not taken any trade. And I like that. I really like that. So if there is no trend, I don't want the auto trade to take any trade. And when I see an auto trade has not initiated trade yet, does not make me worry. It makes me happy. That does mean the market is not trending, and that guy is not going to be taking any trade, and that makes me happy. It does not make me worry. You know, I prefer not to take a trade and dive into big chunk of pile of mud where you're gonna get in trouble with your trade. So this is very healthy if the CL trades has not initiated. Okay, finally the DAX closed, and we closed at 5,559. We still have the gold is about to close at that area here. And this is really good. So we still have one more chart we need to make sure that we are $100 away from, there we go. So it did nail 1,280, and I think, oh, okay, taking one more trade, all right. Wow, okay. I don't see any trades, not even on a scalper. Amazing. There is no trades. Even on the CL, there is no trade on the scalper. YM, no trade. Okay. Probably this one here, the daily target is off because we already nailed 1,280 and it did not lock. So that's mean we don't have activated the daily target on it. And that's why it's keep going, because we did not. You can set the auto trade to be on a daily 400, 500, 300, 1,000, whatever ticks you. And if you don't enable it, the auto trade is going to stay on and trading non-stop. I don't like that. So it's already nailed 1,280, and now we are on the time. And always look at the time. And now it is 10:59. I don't like to initiate a trade once we cross the 11 o'clock. I mean, I like the 11 o'clock to be already in a trade, but after 11 o'clock, I get a little bit itchy with a trade, activating trade after 11 o'clock. One thing doing those years, if you can grab your takes, okay, we close one of them. If you can grab and break even, that's okay. I mean, I can live with that. Break even. So we nailed a little bit money plus a break even. So we are on a free ride. So I'm relaxed. Doing those years, you don't need to sit down and fatigue yourself all the way to 8-9 hours, because nobody can do that. You get bored, you get tired, you make mistakes. The most important, you make mistakes. So normally, if from 9 to 11, 11:30, you cannot find anything to chew on, you cannot find any ticks, maybe it is not important to come in the afternoon. and try your luck. Leave it till tomorrow. So during those years before, we used to jump from European market to US market to Asian market. Now it is become irrelevant. If we cannot make it between 9 and 12, let it be. There is always tomorrow. But don't go ahead and put your fingers in the fire and try to risk your life account and try to go with one more round in the afternoon. And in the afternoon, you might double your money and you might lose all your money. So there is no guarantee in the afternoon you're going to be making double or you're going to be losing money. So keep it safe, guy. If you cannot make it between 9 and 12, leave it alone. Relax. Do some training in the afternoon. Try to look at the bars movement maybe. It's more healthy. Risking your account constantly, putting it in risk. I will do that if I was you. After all, we all grown people here. We are responsible for our action. So the goal to break even, and now it's gonna be knocked out. Okay, so now we're gonna set it for, as you see, it nailed 1,440, but this is not good enough because we need to set it for $1,000 profit, and this one exceed our daily profit target. What else we have? Actually, there is no more trades, guys. Some of the auto trades has not initiate any trades, and this is healthy. Did not take any trade. As an example, this 5 minutes is the TI7, is a different template from 7:30, and we started at 10 o'clock right there, and has not taken any trades, and that's okay. If it did not take any trade, that's mean there is no trades. That's it. I'm not gonna mess with the auto trade. So we are going to look at the new signal. There is a new signal on the CL buy, and you can look on the new signal on the first column here. And there we go, shooting another trade. Okay. Thank you. All right. So right now we are on 1,540. You can see it at the left. And if it continue, that will be very fine. We're going to take 5 minutes of break, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Now the gold is 1,005, 1,600, and it's taking another short. Amazing. It's still consistent on the short trade, breaking even, making a couple of 300 and going down. We forgot to put the $1,000 target on the gold, and that's what it is. If you don't put your daily target, it's gonna keep trading, and this is wrong. New signal on the YM swing trading. On the scalpers, there is no trade except the Russell. We have a small trade on the Russell, but on the scalper, ES already hit the target and now going back. We had a sell and hit the target, and it's already going back on the CL. So there is no trades at the moment. CL not going anywhere. And we only have left is the gold. And again, guys, those chart, the ES, NASDAQ, YM, DAX, those are not coming from the signal. It is a different animal, different type of strategy, algorithm. Has nothing to do with the signal. Some people are confused. If you look at the chart, it says BBT TI7, and this one has nothing to do with this signal's automated trades. It's 11:11 and there is nothing left. I want to say please be safe, you and your family, and we wish you really a pleasant weekend. And please, for our members, come in if you can on Monday webinars. We have a lot to cover on Monday webinars. God bless you all. Wish you very pleasant weekend. Bye for now.